Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Sheila Bila coming to you with another review of Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 6, Episode 16, Relentless Pursuit. Y'all, this episode, it was pretty boring. I'm not going to even lie. I drifted off a lot. I had to find myself like, okay, you got to talk to these people about this show, so you need to be paying attention. So, y'all, we going to get through this, right? I'm going to get through this. We gonna do this together, okay? Because what I missed, please put it down in the comments, because I know y'all picked it up, right? What I drop, y'all pick up, okay? So we a team. It's a team effort. So the episode picks up where it left off. Zach is on his way, him and baby Michael, to go meet Fatima to talk to this family lawyer. He's coming out the door. Heather comes out. Arrest him, arrest him. He stole my baby. And Zach is like, what you mean? You left him at the house with an abuser. He didn't abuse him. You don't know what's going on. He was like, yes, I do. I do know what's going on. You left him over there, and I went and came and got him. And then she said, why don't you try working all day and having to leave him? Why don't you try working all day and having to come back home to him? And Zach was like, okay, but you can leave him with me. You can leave him with me. Arrest him. I want to fill out a police report. So the police officer was like, you just said that's your kid's father. Like, he's the father. Why am I arresting him? Because she said he stole my baby. And Zach is like, look at him. He is being abused. And the police officer asked Zach, who has custody? Okay, she has custody. Being that she has custody, then Zach can't just go and get the baby. All right, we know that, right? So then the police officer asked Zach for his ID. Zach is like, what would you do if I refuse? Look, this woman has been on our back all this time. I think you might as well just go ahead and cooperate. So Zach like, ugh. So he get his ID, he give it to the police officer, and they walk out. And Zach is just telling her, like, you don't love him. She said, I do love him. No, you don't. The boy is still in Pampers. You leaving him at home. Look at his back. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what's going on. I'm like, well, the proof is in the pudding, baby. If this baby is running around here with bruises on his back, he hiding food in his pockets, he barely speaking, what is going on? And then she gonna have the nerve to say that the boy is slow and he must get that from your side of the family. I'm like, nah, clearly he got it from your side of the family, because you ain't even thinking logically enough that when you leave, why don't you put him in the hands of his father? Somebody's gonna take care of him. You know what I'm saying? Just ignorant. And then she talking about, well, I done talked to some girls at her job and they told her some things that she could do. Zach said, oh, the stripper, you know, whatever. And so she talking about, well, one of them is a lawyer. He talking about some of them are it's always one trying to do something. But pretty much the stripper girls down there at the stripper club telling her that don't sign nothing. Make sure Zach keep giving you this money. Don't let Zach hold the baby, because he could possibly keep the baby from her. And if she keep, I guess if she keep petitioning him, then he can get more money. So that's why she ain't signed nothing, because she holding out to get more money. Zach just like, look, I can take you to court because of the way his living conditions are. The boy is being abused. She said, I ain't care about no court. I ain't worried about all that stuff. So, child, apparently she don't care. Zach just like, I want my son. I need to get my son. You can give him to me. Like, I will continue to give you this money. Just give me my son. So while they over there talking, the police, Mr. Barney Fife comes up and he give him the ID back. Heather done walked out talking about F you. And she walks on about her business. And the police officer like, the best thing for you to do is just take her to court. He was like, but that's going to take a long time. And he really trying to get his son right now. So Zach asked the Barney Fife, like, if I go and get my son, what's going to happen? You going to pretty much get arrested. He like, dang, like, I can't win. I can't lose, bro. Like, this ain't helping me. All right, just go. So that's sad, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, the boy is in a bad situation. And Zach is between a rock and a hard place. And then you got this baby mama over here that is ridiculously stupid, Delulu. Like, What are you talking about? If this man is willing, he said, I'll give you the money. Just give me my baby. I'm not going to even, and I thought she signed them papers. Did she sign them? I thought she signed the papers and gave them to him or something, child. But I don't know, child. With Tyler Perry, she probably signed them and then they turned around and said that she didn't sign them. But, hey, this is going to be long and drawn out. I hope it's not for the sake of this baby. It is what it is. All right, so you got Hayden over there getting ready for work, and he hears a knock at the door, right? Knock. Let me do my knocking sound. That's her. That's knocking at the door, right? So he goes to the door. He see it's Tamaria. He happy, child. Oh, he happy. Woo. So she comes in, hey, how are you? She go over there, sit down. He just like, oh, you came back. No, I just came to get the rest of my things. And so he just like, look, he been missing you. He been thinking about it. He said, well, he just want to be married. He said he don't want to do the annulment right now. How about they just try being married for 6 months? So she's just like, okay, cool. Okay. So what do you want to do? So he said, we can be married for 6 months. And we can do this. We can do a postnup. It's like a prenup, but we already married. So it's after the marriage. And she was like, no, I don't want to do that. And he was like, what? And she just like, look, I done been with a lot of men. And a lot of men have used her. And she just want to be with somebody and just want to be with one person and be happy pretty much. And he just like, well, I'm trying to compromise. I'm trying to do something that can make both of us happy. She said, I ain't signing that. I am not signing it. No. And so he's just like, so what do you want? What do you want, child? She get the touching on his face, caressing him and stuff. And she just like, look, I want you. I want you. And I want you to want me too. And I want you to want me too. That's what she want. And then she said, I don't want to worry about the little things that our parents had to worry about. And she said, pretty much, it's either you gonna have me or none of me, because I ain't signing it. Child, he just been like, you know what? It's you. So he said, we ain't gonna worry about it. We ain't gonna worry about it. Child, she get the kissing on him, touching on him, talking about you gotta go to work right now. She said she's gonna be an amazing wife. Child, I wonder how amazing you gonna get when you wake up and you ain't got no car, no house, no clothes, no shoes, no drawers. Child. She's gonna be an amazing wife. Okay, Hayden. It is what it is. So he got his woman back, and the only thing he thinking with is his below head, not the above head. All right. So now you got Maurice and Sabrina. They are on their way to Andy's office. So while they on their way, child Maurice, oh, the trees. Oh, the cars, the birds and the trees and the ambulance and the cars. Child, he thinking he about to get ready to go to jail. So Sabrina like, okay, it's cool. We going to Andy. She gonna figure it out. Andy don't know. Why are you so mad at Andy? I'm confused, right? So he over there moping, and then Sabrina changes the subject, talking about she went on a date with 3 men. Oh, you had the train? Your first train. I said, okay. He said he loves him a good train because he like to be in the caboose, the conductor, the pilot. Well, I would say the pilot, the driver, the head, the tail, the lender, the borrower. He like to be all the parts of the train. And you know what's so crazy? When he was giving all those little, I want to say adjectives, when he was just describing all these little things, why did I understand everything he was saying? I said either my mind is bad or I can understand Maurice. I don't know. It is what it is, child, because I understood everything he was saying. But okay. So she was like, no, it wasn't like that. It was like an impromptu day. It was, whatever. She just explained it, and she just saying it was nice. And then she said she met the man Richard. Was he a white man? No, he was a black man. But anyway, so while they talking, that's when they said, oh, Yeah, so while they're talking, I think this is when they got the phone call. Yeah, they get the phone call from, what was his name? Burke? I'm just going to say, was it Calvin Burke? Chris Burke? I know it was Burke. Well, the lawyer Burke. And he's saying, like, you know, he want to see her and all that stuff. You know, she instantly gets scared and she mutes the phone and she looking at Maurice like, oh my God, what he talking about? So they unmuted and Maurice is kind of feeding her things to say. So he wants to see him. She said, why? What do you want? She's on her way to see her lawyer. Then they're going to meet up there at the lawyer's office, right? So they hang up the phone. And, Maurice said, girl, you going to jail. And she like, what you mean I'm going to jail? To me, yeah, you going to jail. So then that's when she ends up calling Andy on the phone. So she ends up calling Andy. Andy is like, that's strange that he's calling you. How far are you away? You know, we'll talk about it when we get here. We'll get more detail. Then, you know, all that stuff, right? So they get out the phone with Andy. And I'm trying to, because I know there was somewhere in this conversation where he said he didn't trust nobody. Because I think Sabrina was like, just trust him. And he said he didn't trust anybody and all that stuff ever since all that stuff had happened with Q. But anyway, so he's still telling Sabrina that she going to jail and is Calvin going to be there. And Sabrina is like, we in this together. Because if I'm going to jail, you going to jail. But Maurice said he gonna get in the car with Calb and he gonna leave her there by herself. So yeah, it is what it is. You have Pam over at the Karen's Hair Mastery, and she is there with a contractor. Karen pulls up and Pam is telling her to leave because she in here, she watching the contractor. She been watching the contractor for an hour. But Karen is like, you know, I really want to go in and talk to him myself. This is my salon. I want to talk to him myself. And she was like, no, girl, I get it. You know, he been in there. And then she started talking about how fine he is. Girl, she over there salivating. He's so fine. He's so fine. And so Karen is like, well, I'm not worried about this man being fine. I just want to make sure all of my stuff is together. You know, that's what I wanted. That's her main concern. What's going on with her shop? And so Karen said, I'm not worried about it. Pam says that she wants Karen to leave because when the man comes out to talk to them, she doesn't want the man to like Karen, the contractor to like Karen. Karen is like, look, only person I'm worried about right now is me and my baby. Me, myself, and I and my baby. I ain't got time to be worried about no man, nothing like that. So Pam is like, but what about Aaron? Because, you know, he ready whenever you're ready. She's like, no, I'm not worried about him. Nobody. And she said that Zach is the 100% the father of the baby. She was like, girl, what? Yes, he is. So, again, Pam is talking about the contractor, but when you see this contractor, you're going to see how fine he is, and you might have to double back. Is it a double back? Or you might have to, I guess, rethink whatever she was thinking or whatever. So then, child, the contractor comes out. So you know he had that face mask on, right? And I'm just thinking, now, he fine. The question is, how fine is he? So I'm just sitting here looking like, now this man better be fine. The way she's sitting over here drooling all over her red dress. Child, when I tell you, he comes out with the mask on. This man take the mask off. And the only thing that I can think of is, I'm gonna be a mighty king, so enemies beware. I said, that is Jason Weaver. Jason Weaver? Jason, I thought you was over there on the Shy. So you would have came down here to the Tyler Perry Sistas. Oh, okay. Jason said, I'm going to get me an acting job somewhere. Because, you know, sometimes the Shy don't come on till next year. So he got to make his money in the meantime, in the between time. Okay, Jason. I mean, Jason head big. And is it me? Jason done grew up, but his voice hasn't. Jason still got the same I'm talking about Jason for real life, not Brian. We talking about Jason. Jason still got the same voice. I said Jason's voice ain't gonna never grow up. His body done grew up, his head done grew up, and everything around him done grew up. But his voice is still the same. But anyway, his name is Contractor Brian. Hey, Contractor Brian. So he telling Karen everything that's going on in the salon. Child, you need to get some new towels, some new flooring. You need to get new equipment. You know, a lot of this stuff is pretty much cosmetic. And he was saying, you know, I can call you and give you an update on everything that's going on. It's going to take a professional to come out to fix all this stuff. And Pam over there like, well, you can call me. Karen like, no, you going to call me because we going to discuss it. You said you know somebody, a legit person that can put a bid on it to give her a good rate on whatever she needs to get done, right? So still, Pam over there salivating, right? All over her red dress. And now Karen is like, hey, my friend, she like you. Because Pam said, yeah, I think you handsome. He said, thank you. Maybe y'all can go on a date. He was like, well, I mean, that'll be, you know, I don't know if my wife and my 7 kids are like that. Pam said, what? You got what? Yeah, you know, we done adopted 2 sets of twins, and then I got my sister kids and all this other stuff. What? Okay, well, you know what? I don't want no parts of that. You can go ahead and go down there with your wife. He said, well, I will gladly be happy to go down there with my wife. And I was just like, Pam, so you was really all over the man, but now you find out that he is a loyal man to his wife and his family, and now you got an attitude with him? Okay. Say less. And so Jason Weaver said, well, Brian said, say less. Holler at me when you ready to. I'll call you when I get ready to get you the information about the professor. What the man thing? The professional contractor do, whoever he is. I'll let you know. Bye. So Jason walks off, right? Brian, he walks off. And so why Pam gonna talk about old Brady Bunch? I was like, can we? At least he a good man. I mean, he a good man, Pam. You can't get mad because this man don't want to leave his wife and 7 kids for you. Before you knew that he had his wife and 7 kids. But anyway, child. So Karen told Pam, I thought you quit. She said, well, shoot, I'm still here. I do need another job, but I'm going to hang on in there. Well, hang on in there, child. You go ahead and wait until this business get up, because Karen already told you to go down there to the unemployment office and get that check every week instead of every 2 weeks. At least you'll have income coming in for some. You can buy $600. Ain't that how much you get? I mean, hey. All right, so Zach come in, and he is very upset. Y'all, is it me or does Zach walk like his feet hurt? I'm sorry, I had to get some water because my throat getting dry. But, I mean, don't Zach walk. He walk like his feet hurt all the time. I don't know, child. Anyway, so he walking in there, and Fatima like, Zach, I mean, what you doing? You late. He was like, man, she came and got the baby. Are you serious for real? Yeah, man, that's messed up. Like, man, like, what we gonna do? I don't know. We gotta go to family court. That's gonna take too long. Fatima like, look, we can get it expedited because this is a severe case. So they can speed up the process. And this lawyer dude, he was waiting on us, but he had another meeting, but I'm pretty sure that he can get it expedited. So Zach is like, okay, cool. You know, they give him a glimmer of hope. So while they over there talking, Maurice and Sabrina, they come in. And, hey, Sabrina, hey, this. Q tell me, ain't nobody gonna say hi to me? No, they just walk out. So, now this is a conversation. Zach and Maurice. Maurice like, you don't remember me? Zach said, no, I don't. I was working down there at the bank. He talking about when you had a library card and a Velcro wallet. He said, oh, yeah, you look different outside of your work clothes. But you know what? That is so true. That is so true. People do look different outside of work. I be seeing people in the grocery store that I work with, and I be like, that's what you look like? I mean, like, you look so different. I don't know what it is. I guess seeing somebody in a vicinity where it's like every day, and then you see them outside of work, you like, that is her. Oh my God. But anyway, so child, Maurice landed on thick, talking about he done been going now, because Zach said, how you been? He been going through it, and he done said all these words, discretion and whatever it was. Zach said, child, you got a whole lot going on. You got a whole, and Maurice gonna talk about some, well, you know what you can do. You can take me out on a date because you know I'm easy. Zach, like, why would I take you out on a, you know what, Fatima, come get me. Come get me away from this big old nigga. Come get me. Because he ain't making no sense. And then the audacity of Maurice to tell Zach that he a jailbird. Did you just get out of jail too? Okay. Pot calling kettle, big head pot. All right. That's all that is. So now they go in there with Andy. Andy is trying to, you know, hey, how you doing? But she's really trying to comfort Sabrina because Sabrina don't know what to think. She's like, I got this call from this lawyer. I don't know what's going on. Is that normal? No, this is not normal, but this is we're going to figure out what's going on. Do y'all want any tea or any coffee? And then Maurice gonna talk about some, I don't know, a matata, a prinkity dinkity. I don't know. Did y'all see that TikTok? That was so funny. But anyway, he's saying all these different names of coffees, and Andy looking at him like, what? And then this is the crazy part. So Maurice has this habit of calling everybody out their name. B this, B this. So he ended up calling Andy a B. Andy like, don't you call me that. I don't know you like that. I'm sorry, B. I didn't know I was offending you, B. And then a B, the B, the B. And I'm like, if I was Andy, I would have been like, you can get out. You and your shoulders can get up out my office. Because no, you're not finna sit here and do this. No, you not. Ugh, Maurice speaking of my nerves. That's why I be saying Maurice can have me laughing at the things that he say, and then he make me want to punch him in the face about the things that he say. Yeah, two things can be true. Anyway, so while Maurice is being disrespectful, Sabrina trying to tell him stop doing all that stuff. Andy is just like, we trying to keep Sabrina calm. You over here, you know, just doing too much. Calm down. We gonna figure out what's going on. Pretty much. They gonna figure out what's going on. I mean, I don't really know what else to say in this scene. All right. So now you have Zatima. Now you have Zach and what's this girl name? Fatima. Yeah, my mind is really going. You got Zach and you got Fatima. So they over here waiting on the lawyer guy, the family lawyer guy, to get out of his meeting. And Zach is just like, I don't know what to do. Like, we going through all this stuff, but Fatima just telling him, like, you know, just calm down. Everything gonna work itself out. And then she get to thinking, like, or we could, because she like, when you try to handle this stuff the legal way, it moves too slow. But then when you do it illegally, you might end up getting in trouble. Zach points out the fact, like, how is it that these roles always reverse? On one hand, Fatima is the one telling Zach, be patient, do things the right way. So now it's flipped to where Zach is telling Fatima to be patient and do things the right way. But Zach said he loved the versatility. Okay, so they like the versatility, which is good because, I mean, you need somebody to balance you out. When you up, you need that person to be down. When you down, you need that person to be up. So that's fine, right? And then they see Hayden walk through with Tamaria. And then Zach like, oh, that's old girl. That's old girl. And she was like, yeah, he got him open like that because Tamaria don't work there no more. Not that I know of. And now he just flung her all around the office. So yeah, he open. And then Fatima like, yeah. And Fatima over there feeling bad for whatever reason. And Zach said, we ain't got nothing to do with that. But Fatima like, but I'm the one that, no, because the minute you try to separate them, then 2 seconds later, he gonna be in our business. Leave them over there. And I'm like, I'm with you, Zach. Leave them over there. Let that lady suck him dry. You know what? They just may live happily ever after. You just may never know. You know what I'm saying? Leave them over there. Them grown folks. Let them handle grown folks' business. It's cool. But then, you know what? This is what I hate when men be saying this. So Fatima at her job, she working. And Zach want to sit up here and pin and what they say, penny pick. However they said, nitpick at Fatima talking about, so this what you do all day? What you mean it's what I do all day? I'm working. I hate when dudes be like, you work in the office, so you coming home like you tired. You ain't tired. Just because I ain't picking up bricks don't mean I don't get tired. I am working my brain. The brain is the hardest working muscle that we all have other than the heart. And if my brain stop working, guess what? I'm dead. So shoot you, I'm tired. My husband always be talking about, you ain't even doing nothing. I am doing something. I'm reading. And I'm typing. And yes, I can get carpal tunnel. I know a whole bunch of people that have to get surgery because they be typing all day. Carpal tunnel is a real thing. Just because yeah. I know to work smarter, not harder. I'm not going to break my back to be working. I'm going to use my brain. And when I get tired, I'm going to take a nap. Because I do. The brain get tired. Forget y'all. Dudes always want to talk about, ain't nobody, y'all don't do no real work because y'all at the computer all day. Yes, I am. Shoot. Anyway, so outside of that, then you, yeah, that's pretty much that. Okay, good news. They free. I don't know what else to say. They free. They dropped the charges. Maurice was over there about to incriminate himself again. Let me get that right. About to incriminate himself again, talking about, I did it out. Okay, they free. I don't know what else to say, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, Maurice time. I don't believe it. Well, don't believe it. Just don't believe it. They free. Okay, here is, oh my God, this conversation here. This man pulls up, and I gotta say this word right for YouTube purposes, a Canapa van. Did y'all get what I said? A Canapa van? This man pulls up in a Canapa van, right? So I'm just like, Danny, you contemplating leaving Preston for a man that drives a Canapa van? Really? Are you... Make it make sense. They sitting over here talking about the night before, they whole date, all this other stuff, and how he texts Danny in the encrypted message. Now he's sending encrypted messages riding around in a Canapa van. Like, what is really going on here? And then he talking about, he just, she said, you didn't have to send a message like that. Yeah, me and Preston, we together, but it ain't... You won't have to do that. I'm like, he shouldn't be texting you at all. And then they end up talking about what else they say? Oh, he talking about, you feeling me. You really feeling me. I can, we can get in my van right now. She was like, so you think I want to get in a Canapa van and do this with you? Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm like, this is the stupidest stuff. Tyler Perry always want to make it seem like they want to go somewhere and jump up and down on each other all day. That's the first thing you see when I want to jump up and down on them. Anyway, that gets on my nerves, right? So they over there talking. They talking about the barbecue or whatever they going to have later on that night. They talking about bringing another friend for Karen. And he talking about they don't have no more incredible friends for them. And he said, while you worried about that friend, you should be worried about Preston or whatever. And then Preston pops up and say, what about Preston? And there go Danny looking stupid. I'm like, really? So this it. So we really, Child, you know what? I cannot, I will not, I won't not. And I don't even know how I even had this review this doggone long. I must have been really just running my mouth. And I know I forgot a lot. Charge to my head on my heart. My Jesus loves y'all. And y'all have a great day. And don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, bye.